What is up, guys? Lonehawk here today, and welcome back to Planet Side 2. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you my thoughts and opinions on the new NSAM7 Archer, and I'm going to discuss why I don't think it should be buffed against infantry units, so stay tuned. So lately in game, I've noticed a lot of people complaining about the Archer's capability against infantry units. The main complaint I see is that the Archer can't kill an infantry unit with one headshot. It requires 2 headshots, 3 body shots, or 1 headshot and 1 body shot, making it an extremely poor choice for anti-infantry gameplay. But what all of these people seem to be forgetting is that this weapon isn't meant for anti-infantry gameplay. This is an anti-max weapon. It excels at taking out max units, taking only 2 headshots to kill a max, 3 body shots, or 1 headshot and 2 body shots. This weapon is by far the best way for an infantry unit to take out a max, other than somehow getting a max to run over anti-vehicle mines, or possibly using C4. But other than those 2 things, it is undisputably the best weapon for taking out max units. If you think about launchers have low projectile velocity, they can blow yourself up if you hit the max too close to you, and they require long reload times. This weapon does more damage when you hit a headshot with it, it chambers much faster than a rocket launcher, and you don't have to worry about splash damage hitting yourself if the max is right up on you. Now, even with all that said, some people still think that headshots should kill an infantry unit in 1 hit, and I'm here to tell you that that would break the game, and I'm not kidding. By giving the engineer a sniper rifle that could one-shot infantry units, you would single-handedly create the most powerful class in PlanetSide 2, and I'm gonna explain why. Let's start out by comparing infiltrators and engineers and seeing what the advantages and disadvantages are of each class. So what do infiltrators have against engineers? What can they do that engineers can't? Well, for one, they can cloak, which is super useful for sniping, but it isn't crucial. I'm pretty sure I could snipe in this game without a cloaking module. Now, another thing they have is recon devices, and I say this, but I say it hesitantly, because in my eyes, the engineer actually has a better recon device than the infiltrator, and we're going to get to that in just one moment. So now what does the engineer have that the infiltrator doesn't? Well, let's think about it. Engineers have infinite ammo, they have 1 extra anti-personnel mine when they use the utility pouch, they have the access to 3 different turrets, and they have 100 more health than the infiltrator. And that's just what they currently have. If you made the Archer a one-shot headshot weapon, you'd also be giving the engineer the most powerful sniper rifle, actually the most powerful weapon in the game. You'd be giving the engineer the ability to take out infantry, max units, ESFs, maybe flashes, and sometimes even harassers. You'd make the engineer class way too powerful. And to make matters even worse, it would be much harder to take out a sniping engineer than a sniping infiltrator, because the engineer has access to 1 extra mine, which isn't that useful but kind of helps when they use utility pouch, and which I think is a better recon device than both of the infiltrator's recon devices, the Spitfire turret. Now, before you all go off and start telling me the Spitfire is garbage, I'm not saying it's good for taking out infantry. I said it's good as a recon device. In fact, I would rather use the Spitfire turret than any of the recon devices any day. Think about it. When you're sniping, are you focused on the battlefield, or are you focused on the minimap to see where someone's coming up behind you? I'm going to make up a scenario for an example. Let's say you're an infiltrator sniping on top of a hill, and you're just shooting down into base, you're landing headshots after headshots, you're on like a 10 kill streak, and you kill a heavy down there, that battle rank 100 heavy, and he gets pissed. This guy does not want you sniping anymore. So he tries counter sniping you, and he just can't do it. You're a better sniper than him, so he gets angry, and he comes up behind you as a heavy assault. As an infiltrator, you might not notice on your minimap the guy coming up behind you, or he can crouch walk, or use sensor shield to protect himself from your radar device, leaving you completely vulnerable from behind, and you'll probably get killed because this guy's playing as a heavy assault and you're at close range, so even if you saw him coming, he'd probably take you out. Now let's imagine the same scenario as an engineer with a one-shot sniper rifle. You're sniping down again, you're getting those headshots again, and that same heavy gets pissed off again. And this time he comes after you right away. He doesn't even try sniping back because he knows you're a better sniper. This time, what he has to deal with is much greater than what he had to deal with before. For one, you have an extra anti-personnel mine, whatever it is, claymores, proximity mines, bouncing betties. You have an extra one, which is one extra obstacle he has to dodge, possibly giving you one extra kill and a little bit more time before he actually gets to you. Once he gets past all your claymores or bouncing betties or whatever you've placed, he has a Spitfire turret to deal with. Now, on its own, a Spitfire turret is super easy to take out. I'm pretty sure even a Battle Rank 1 who's new to the game could take one out with no problem. But here, we're not fighting against just a Spitfire turret. He's fighting against you and the turret. So let's think about this. Unlike the recon device, he can't see the Spitfire turret on the map. It hasn't been tagged and it hasn't been shooting, so it's invisible to him. He rounds the corner and sees the Spitfire turret and it sees him. It starts beeping and starts shooting at him. Now he has a decision to make. Does he A, shoot at you and ignore the Spitfire turret? B, try to take out the Spitfire turret and then you? Or C, fall back knowing that his surprise attack has been compromised? So let's go with scenario 1 first. He shoots at you and ignores the Spitfire turret. Chances are you might be able to turn around and land one shot on him, which might just be enough for the Spitfire turret to finish him off. Now, you'll probably die in this situation, but at least the Spitfire turret will avenge your death and get you another kill, where the recon device wouldn't have done that. Now let's go to scenario 2, where he shot at the Spitfire turret and then you. In this situation, there's pretty much no way he's going to take you out. You know he's there, the Spitfire turret has shot him, and he's shooting back at it. He probably isn't even aware you're there. He thinks you're nearby, but he doesn't know that you've spotted him. This makes him an easy kill with your secondary, or even your primary if you land a headshot, and this archer we're talking about has been buffed. I can't think of a single time a recon device would outperform a Spitfire turret for recon use. Unless, of course, you're attacking a base and you want to be able to spot multiple enemies at once. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about how overpowered engineers would be if they were given a sniper rifle that could one-shot infantry units. So if the archer was buffed and it was able to one-shot headshot infantry units, you would essentially be taking the infiltrator class, removing the cloaking device, and giving it a better recon unit, infinite ammo, an extra anti-personnel mine, as well as a sniper rifle that can take out infantry, maxes, maybe even ESFs and flashes. Who knows? You're making a class that is way too powerful. You're making a jack-of-all-trades class that is not only jack-of-all-trades, but it's the best at some of its trades, and it's just too powerful, and we can't have it. So that's it, guys. That's pretty much my thoughts on the new Archer. This video kind of came out as a rant, I realize, but I think that's okay. You know, it kind of bothers me to see people whining about how underpowered this weapon is when it's one of the best weapons in the game, in my opinion. So I decided to make this video on it. If you didn't like it, tell me down below. You know, this kind of video isn't normal for me. I was actually going to do a live gameplay today, but I had to get some shots on my right arm, which is the arm I use my mouse on, and one of the side effects of the shots was soreness up and down my entire arm all day, so I can't really play PlanetSide right now. So I made this video, kind of a rant like I said. Tell me what you think down below, and I'll see you guys all later. Lone Hawk, out.